Welcome to the Awareness Shift, our oasis, where we explore the transformative power of self-awareness, energy, and conscious living. Hi, I'm Anita, and thank you for sharing your energy with me as we elevate and transform our lives together. This is Beyond the Mere Insights, and the message is distinguishing judgment, observation, discernment. There are moments in life when we look at a person, a situation, or even ourselves and immediately form a conclusion. Sometimes that conclusion arrives so quickly that we mistake it for truth. Yet many times, what we are actually experiencing is not clarity, it's judgment. Judgment often speaks first and loudest. As Denzel Washington in American Gangster said, the loudest one is the weakest one in the room. Judgment labels, it condemns, it decides. Judgment says, she's wrong, he's selfish, I'm not enough. This situation will never change. The challenge with judgment is that it usually carries emotional weight from past experiences, wounds, disappointments, fear, pride, conditioning, or pain. Judgment doesn't simply observe behavior. It assigns identity to it. It turns moments into permanent definitions. And perhaps one of the deepest forms of suffering is when we turn judgment inward. Many of us walk through life carrying invisible sentences about ourselves. I always fail. No one understands me. I'll never become who I'm to be. What's wrong with me? Over time, those judgments can become beliefs, and beliefs shape energy. Energy shapes perception. Perception shapes experience. And as it's stated, energy flows where attention goes. This is why self and vibrational awareness matters so deeply. Now, observation is different. Observation pauses before concluding. Observation notices without immediately attacking, defending, or labeling. Observation says, I notice tension in this conversation. I notice I'm experiencing hurt. I notice this pattern keeps repeating. I notice my soul is heavy when I enter certain environments. Observation creates space between the experience and the emotional reaction. And in that space, awareness begins. Observation allows us to become students of life rather than judges of it. It's like being in the world and not of it. Instead of instantly deciding what something means, we begin to witness what is unfolding, observing with honesty, clarity, and presence. And then comes discernment. This is the blessing, wisdom without wounding. Discernment is wisdom guided by awareness, intuition, experience, and inner peace. Discernment doesn't require hatred, cruelty, or superiority. It simply sees clearly. Discernment says, I can love you and still recognize this relationship is unhealthy. I can forgive what happened, and I can also honor my boundaries. This opportunity appears attractive. However, it doesn't align with my peace. I understand now that not everything is to receive my energy. Discernment protects peace without hardening the heart. And that's so important because many of us confuse judgment with wisdom. We believe being harsh means being strong. However, true discernment is not rooted in total lower self. It's rooted in higher clarity. A peaceful soul can still say no. A loving heart can still create boundaries. A compassionate person can still walk away from what destroys their well-being. Discernment is not condemnation. Discernment is conscious alignment. In many ways, growth is the journey from judgment to observation to discernment. At first, we react. Then we begin to notice. Eventually, we learn to see clearly. And perhaps that is one of the greatest acts of inner peace. Learning how to witness life without becoming consumed by false assumption and adhering to a certain type of learned thinking. When we release judgment, we stop imprisoning ourselves and others inside fixed identities. We allow room for healing, understanding, growth, and transformation. Sometimes we are not who we were in our worst moment. Sometimes we are not who we were in our most wounded season. Observation gives us awareness. Discernment gives us wisdom. Peace gives us the ability to respond with clarifying love. And could be that's the deeper invitation to become more conscious of how we look at things. Because as the tap into you principle reminds us, it ain't the thing, it's how you look at it. May we learn to observe with honesty, discern with wisdom, and move through life without carrying unnecessary judgment in our hearts. And our reflection at this time is when reacting to others or even to ourselves, let's ask gently, am I judging? And if so, can I move over to responding so that I am able to observe and then discern with wisdom? Our peace companion. Today, I'm fasting from judgment and conditional love. Well, in closing, we know that self-awareness is a journey of elevation, and with each destination revealing a deeper level of understanding. And by exploring our inner world and its connection with our outer world, we unlock the potential to live with greater clarity, purpose, and peace. So let's take the moment today to pause, breathe, and reflect. Every step towards self-awareness leads us into a more empowered and high vibrational, fulfilling life, anchored in the oneness of the Spirit of God within. Alright, if you believe in the power of thought, energy, vibration, transformation, and miracles, let's connect. The more we cultivate inner peace, the more we co-create peace around us. And thank you for joining me on this exploration. And until next time, keep looking beyond the mirror and tapping into the power within you. And for more Beyond the Mirror insights, I invite you to visit www.AnitaCPowell.org or email me at tapintoyou@gmail.com. That's TAP, the letter N, the number 2, YOU@gmail.com. Again, thank you so much for listening. I am Anita, metaphysical philosopher, vibrational wellness practitioner. Join the movement. Spread the word. Blessings